Good morning. I'm Councillor Glen, and this is my weekly update for Saturday, July 19th. This morning I'm at Alexander Grove. And I'm here because this is the location today of Westside Pride. We'll get to that in a moment. But Alexander Grove is a great spot in Stittsville. If you haven't checked it out, maybe today's the day to do that. Beautiful old trees here, the baseball diamond, tennis courts. There's a play area for kids. It's next to Johnny LaRue Arena. There's some soccer fields over on the other side. And so the entrance to the park is on Warner Culpet, which is off of Stittsville Main Street, or you can access it from the other side from Jonathan Pack. So a really beautiful spot. Oh, and there's pathways, trailways that go along the Pool Creek along the edge of the park as well. So a really great spot. I wanted to start today with basically what I started with last week, which is around road safety. Unfortunately, we've had another really serious collision. This time a young cyclist, 8 years old. A driver hit a young cyclist. We understand the young boy is doing okay. Definitely our thoughts are with the child and his family. But I think, again, I need to emphasize for folks how important it is to think about road safety when you're out there on the roads. Now, we've had 3 serious collisions in and around Stittsville in the last week and a half or so. We don't know the cause of any of them, so I'm not trying to assign blame here or cause of what happened. But in all 3 cases, it does look like speed was a factor. Certainly, if not directly, had people slowed down or been driving slower, the injuries sustained would not have been as serious. So I want to remind folks out there to please slow down. Follow the speed limit for sure. If you're in a residential neighborhood, and if you're traveling right at the speed limit at 40 kilometers an hour, you really don't have the reaction time if a child or a dog or a cat runs out to the road. You don't have the reaction time at 40 kilometers an hour to make that stop safely. So please slow down in your neighborhoods. The other thing, yesterday I posted on our Facebook page some of the rules and regulations around e-bikes and e-scooters. We're getting a lot of questions about e-bikes and e-scooters. There have been a few reports from hospitals and doctors about a rising number of injuries, particularly from e-scooters. I'm not going to give you all the rules, but some highlights here. For e-scooters, you have to be 16 years of age or older. E-scooters 16 plus. If you're under 18 on an e-scooter, you need to be wearing a helmet. You should be wearing a helmet regardless, but there you go. You cannot drive on sidewalks with an e-scooter, and the max speed is 20 kilometers an hour. For e-bikes, you have to be 16 years or older. Everyone on an e-bike, no matter what age, has to wear a helmet. And if there's no pedals or you've modified that e-bike in any way, it's considered a motorcycle, and you need to have a license and so on. And of course, everyone should be wearing a helmet at all times, whether you're on an e-bike, an e-scooter, or a bicycle. A lot of inconsistency in those rules, and I think that's a problem, and it's something I'm going to try to raise with our provincial representatives. It's the province of Ontario that regulates all of this stuff, but please be safe out there. Slow down, follow the rules of the road, and I hope we can avoid any more accidents. It's happening far too often across our city. Okay, switching gears here, I want to say a big thank you to everyone at the Stittsville Village Association and Aaron, the lead volunteer, lead organizer for last night's music and movies in the park. What a spectacular event. The weather cooperated. They had some great musical performances and then some movies later on as it got dark. But it's great to see such a successful event over at Village Square Park. And I hope you guys can do it again. I know it's not easy to put on these events, so thank you for organizing it. And thank you to everyone who showed up and took part as well. Today is a big event. It's Westside Pride. This is the annual Pride Festival here at Village Square Park. There'll be performances, there'll be vendors. It's usually a really nice atmosphere here, so I hope people have a chance to check that out. I believe it starts at 11 a.m. and it continues into the afternoon. So hope to see you here today at Westside Pride. Some updates from my office. We have the latest edition of our Welcome to Stittsville Newcomers Guide. This little booklet here has 27, 28 pages of information if you're new to Ottawa, maybe from another province, another country, how to get started here in the community, kind of day by day, week by week, what are the first things you need to do. So like chapter 1 here is your first week, how to get an OHIP card. So things like that, really practical information. We've got copies of this in my office if you want to drop by during the week. You can also go to, I believe it's glengower.ca/welcome, and you can access the whole booklet online in a convenient PDF format. So please do check that out. Also this week, with the Stittsville Village Association, we launched the Hanging Flower pilot project on Stittsville Main Street and the Adopt a Basket program, looking for support from local businesses and organizations and individuals to adopt a basket for this year, and hoping to expand it next year. I think we have about a dozen baskets out this year. For more information, there is some on my website. You can also email info@stittsvilleba.ca. So thank you to everyone who has supported so far, and looking to adopt a few more baskets over the next few weeks. We had some severe weather this week, coming out of that heat wave with the thunderstorm and the rain. I want to remind folks about a service called Ottawa Alert. There's an app called Alertable that you can download to your phone. You can also just search for Ottawa Alert and you'll find all the information. You can subscribe for emergency alerts through the app, through text message, through email, and it's not just weather, it's about any other serious emergency situation, and it's a service provided for free from the City of Ottawa, and all of your contact information remains anonymous, but it's a great way to stay in the know when there are serious events happening. On my website, we've posted a number of things in recent days. One of them is a list of existing and future school sites across Stittsville. So if you've been wondering what's going on with that empty piece of land that you heard was being used for school, we've got the updates. Go to glengower.ca and you'll see the app and all the information that we have so far. There are a few sites that are under, well, one is under construction on Cope Drive for the new French elementary school. There's a couple of Catholic school board sites, one at Triangle, one near the Walmart at Fernbank there, where they have approval and construction will be starting soon. Then there's a whole bunch of other sites reserved for schools, and we don't necessarily have a timeline yet, but you can check that out for more information. We also published an update of the development, Stittsville development. There's just over 24 Stittsville developments in the queue, I guess you could say, various stages of approval, and we've just got an update of where each of those are at. We posted an update about 1650 Shea. This is an application that was submitted a year and a half ago. They've now submitted a fairly minor zoning bylaw amendment as well, so we've posted that there. The Palladium Drive stormwater pond, that's just a little bit east of Canadian Tire Centre. There's some maintenance that's going to be happening over the next few months. It shouldn't affect anyone, but I know people are always curious whenever they see trucks and stuff, especially around stormwater ponds. So that's happening starting very soon. And on Johnwoods, the work is going to be starting or ramping up again for the renewal and upgrade of the sidewalk between Alon and Hazeldean Road. That's really good news. This week at City Council, we have our transportation master plan decision. This is a huge document about the future of transportation in Stittsville and across Ottawa. So road projects, sidewalks, cycling, transit. I want to thank Stittsville residents for all your feedback so far. If you're interested in learning more about the plan, go to my website, glengower.ca, and in the little search bar you can type in TMP and you'll find all the details. And last but not least, yesterday I dropped by to visit the Stittsville Lions on Stittsville Main Street and picked up my raffle ticket for their Lion on the Beach Travel Lottery. This is a great fundraiser for the Lions. They're going to be doing a number of draws starting this fall for vacations, travel and trips all around Canada and all around the world. Tickets are $150 each, and there's a limited number of tickets, so your chances are pretty good. And you can go to, search for Stittsville Lions online, and you will find all the information, and encourage you to go out and support the Lions. The fundraising helps all of the important work that they do here in our community. Okay, that's it for me today. Thank you for watching. I hope I'll see you out at the park later on today for Westside Pride. Enjoy this beautiful weather today, and I'll talk to you next week. Take care.